Hello, welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be a little bit different. I'm more comfortable sitting in front of a camera. Also, the lighting is down. I'm holding a candle. I'm gonna set this down. I don't hold that the entire time. It's gonna be annoying. Um, I hope the lighting is fine. I can't really see it. The camera's kind of far. Looks fine from here. This video is going to be about some goofy cryptids. I'm a big fan of the paranormal, spooky things. I've said that many times. Last video, the two words that I think I said the most was probably spooky and interesting. Yeah, don't. I'm still getting used to this whole thing, so don't uh, don't bother me too much about it. But today is going to be about some goofy. That's gonna be the word of this video. Some goofy cryptids. I've gathered a list, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about each one. I got this idea. My dad one day texted me, and he sent me an article about cryptids, and I was reading about it, and I was laughing. I was laughing my ass off at some of the names. Um, and it inspired me to make this video, and I'm going through with it. Yeah. All right. Number one, the sheep squatch, aka the white things. Um, these things are essentially Sasquatch on crack, and it's Sasquatch's southern cousin that does crack. These things, they're consistently reported as having white fur, long claws, and sharp fangs. Besides that, the details are very inconsistent. They're usually, sometimes they're killing people, sometimes they're chasing people, sometimes they're just walking around. I think descripting, like uh, the descriptions are somewhat consistent, but like it's the behavioral stuff that isn't very consistent at all. Um, they could be canine, feline, or hominid. They always have horns. They always have single pointed, double single pointed horns. Uh, all right, number two, the white thang of Alabama. Um, I'm pretty sure they're just describing the KKK. They put white thang in Alabama in one title, you're gonna just get the KKK. That's pretty self-explanatory. Um, Number three, the Mongolian deathworm. This is what I like to call the Drake. This worm is essentially just a it's just a tapeworm. That's all. It's just a red tapeworm. It's also known as the Olgoi kokoi, korkoi, which translates to large intestinal worm. This giant red poison spitting creature lives in the sands of the Gobi Desert. Um, I think this creature is so fun because it's just a red tapeworm. It's just a red tapeworm. I hope you like tapeworms because this thing is just a tapeworm. It's a red tapeworm. Um, Number four, the squonk. Everyone in real life knows about this that I'm friends with because I always talk about the squonk. The squonk is one of my favorites. It's just a little warded pig that cries because it's ashamed of its appearance. It's just all of us. We are the squonks. We are squonks. The squonk is us. Toys R Us, no. Squonk is us. He's also just a cute little guy. He's so cute. Uh, I could talk about the squonk all day. He's one of my favorites. Number five, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled is a scary human. I legitimately fear DJ Khaled. If I saw him out and about in real life, I would treat him like a cryptid. I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's DJ Khaled." Oh. I would be surprised if DJ Khaled is not outed as an eldritch horror. Um, th- there is no way to properly explain that man. He's not a man. He's above humans. He's above aliens. He's legitimately an eldritch horror. Um, yeah. Next one, the bloop. Um, it is speculated to be a massive whale, like a massive whale-sized creature, because something, in order to make a frequency that low and that ominous, has to be about the size of a whale, bigger than that even, just huge. Um, yeah, this one's really fun because it, it's just a sound. it's just it's just a sound. It's just called the bloop. It goes bloop bloop in the ocean. That's literally it, and people call it a cryptid. So I had to include the bloop. Um, Next one, the dingbat. Um, it's not a bat. First of all, the dingbat is not a bat. Okay, not to get anyone confused. It's not a bat. It's a horned owl, but not to get confused with a great horned owl. It is neither a bat or a great horned owl. It is a horned owl. Um, this little guy, the dingbat, had the unique ability to eat bullets mid-air and was known for pranking hunters by drinking gasoline out of their cars and stealing their ammunition. Um, so essentially, if you have any problems in life, flat tire, uh, the ammunition goes missing on your hunting trip, you fail your math quiz, your wife breaks up with you and takes the kids, just blame it on the dingbat. At that point, just blame it on the dingbat. It probably is just the dingbat trying to, whoa, isn't it funny? You broke up, you had a divorce. The New Jersey, the New Jersey Gator Man. It's just a Florida man. Basically, people saw a gator man walking around, and there's a few reports of it. But I'm convinced it's just a Florida man. I mean, every Florida man's just a gator man. Every gator man's just a Florida man. I'm pretty sure every gator man is probably from Florida. So the New Jersey guy was probably, I don't know, hitchhiking his way up to, I don't know, New Florida in the northern part of Canada. Werewolves. Team Edward. Jacob sucks. He's a pedophile and an incel. He's also just super insufferable and a pick-me, and I fucking hate him. Nothing against Taylor Lautner. Actually, well, Taylor Lautner did marry someone named Taylor, so Taylor Lautner is married to Taylor Lautner. Very, very confusing. But even then, even Edward is kind of a weirdo. He kind of grosses me out. I mean, he's like 106 years old or something. And, I mean, at least he looks like a 17-year-old, but even then, that's worse. It's like, I'm 17. Actually, no, I'm 106. I'm gonna touch you. It's all weird. No, I'm actually Team Charlie. I don't ship Charlie with anyone. I think Charlie is the best character in the Twilight series. He's the most normal functioning human. He makes all the right reasonable decisions and has reasonable judgments for things. Yeah, I'm Team Charlie. Yeah, Team Charlie all the way. Besides that, werewolves are just kind of goofy. There's the whole alpha male stuff, and there's the whole like beta omega, the Omegaverse stuff. It's so fucking weird. Also, like, werewolves are like very people turn them into like a fetish, and people put them on a pedestal as like the ultimate like werewolves. I mean, they're cool, I guess. I don't know. If I turned into a wolf, I'd be pretty pissed. Uh, there's nothing particularly insane about it besides like the Wolfman Universal monster. I mean, that's like the only werewolf piece of werewolf media, that and Twilight, that I like consume really. Uh, but even then, Twilight's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Let's all be honest. It's so dumb. And I guess uh, I'll go on a bit of a rant of just cryptids in general. That I reached the end of the list, but there's some other ones that I really want to talk about that I feel like count as cryptids. Um, One, gnomes. I think gnomes are so fun. Did I show you guys my gnome that I have? I have a gnome. Oh, oh. This is my gnome. Uh, I just call him my gnome. I don't think I've not. A few people have given him a name, but I just refer to him as my gnome because he's my gnome. He just kind of stays in my room. He just kind of hangs out in the corner under my desk. Every so often, I'll get on all fours and I'll put up a candle and I'll give him a little smooch. Give him a little smooch on his abnormally pointy head. Don't sit on this thing. Don't get the idea of sitting on this. It will hurt. Not from experience. I just feel like this would hurt a lot if you tried to sit on this gnome's head. Naked mole rats. Naked mole rats are hideous. They're like the skunk. They're hideous, but they're cute. And they smell terrible. They're so awful smelling. They don't, whatever juices God put in them makes them smell like shit. They smell absolutely terrible. They're cute. I love them, but they smell like shit. Another cryptid that I think is very, very fun, very, very goofy, is the Xbox 360 released edition of Lost Planet 2. Uh, that game is so incredibly good, and no one talks about it. No one talks about it. No one remembers Lost Planet 2, and it pisses me off. I mean, it's like, imagine taking a photograph of a 6 foot tall gorilla man walking around, and no one talks about it anymore. I'm referring to Sasquatch. Lost Planet 2 is the Sasquatch of video games. But that's if Sasquatch was heavily underappreciated. Um, Lost Planet 2, man almighty, that game is so good. It's the perfect blend of Western and Eastern culture. Japanese games, Japanese aesthetic, Japanese mech gameplay combined with third-person shooters like Call of Duty, the old Tom Clancy's. It's just, it's perfect. I will never not bring up that game. That game is amazing. Yeah, it is totally rad. I think that's pretty much it for what I had planned today. It's pretty late at night. I'm trying to be kind of quiet, kind of keep my volume at a decent level. Um, yeah, and I guess I'll leave you guys off with like a little guitar thing.